Comic book and manga fans, this is H. German from Sigma Comics, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while. I have been extremely busy. It's been absolutely nuts. Of course, convention season is here. So with that, and in the culmination of Book 2, Calico Morality Play, which hits Kickstarter on May 1st, I've been extremely busy. But before we continue with this video, because of course it's going to be a good one, I have to do what I always do in the beginning of the video. I got to take a quick swig of the old Calico mug. Look at that Calico kitty. Look at that Calico cat. And of course, good as always. All right, so actually, you know what? Let's take you through who we are first, right? Sigma Comics. We're here to fight animal abuse through comics. We are talking about our recap of Megacon Orlando 2025. But before we get into it, let's tell you about our website where we sell comics and manga dedicated to the fight against animal abuse. That's right, justice for all. You see our wonderful trade paperbacks here, Calico Street Math, and of course digital editions and individual issues as well. There are the individual comics right there. They look absolutely incredible. We have the trade Calico Street Math, 240 pages. It collects the whole first run of Here Comes Calico, available also as a collector edition. We have a whole manga set for you, and we have merch as well as this wonderful t-shirt, I Kill for Animals. So let's talk about what we did here in MegaCon. I want to start doing these recaps because we just do phenomenally well at the convention on the convention circuit, the North American convention circuit, and soon to be European because we will be going into Europe very, very soon this year. But I have to say, MegaCon, this was our fourth year at MegaCon Orlando. It always takes place. Typically, it takes place in February, of course, in Orlando. And as far as I can see, I think it's without a doubt the biggest convention in Orlando for pop culture. And Fan Expo runs this, and they do an absolutely fantastic job, in my opinion, on this show. It's if I'm pretty sure it's their biggest show for Fan Expo of the year in North America. It is just a wonderful crowd that comes out. I think somewhere upwards of 120 to 250,000 people show up for the MegaCon weekend. It is a 4-day show, Thursday to Sunday, and we tend to do well as it is at conventions, but particularly well at 4-day shows when we have more time to engage the customers. And this one is a great one. Again, takes place in February, and here we come from New York, from colder climates, and it's a treat for us. It really is. Great people there in Orlando. They love comics, they love manga, and of course they love fighting animal abuse through comics and manga. And there's only one place they can do that, and that's at the Sigma Comics booth. This year, that being 2025, we were in Artist Alley. So just a little recap on the layout of these shows. There tends to be a static sort of um, cordoning off of different types of vendors, right? So you have Artist Alley, which is where we participated in, which comprises artists, and that could range anywhere from people who do crafts. So you'll find, things like, purses, handmade purses and bags, T-shirts, any kind of crafted items. You also find artists, illustrators, people who are going there and doing commissions, sketches, they're selling their prints there. And you'll also find writers there. Obviously, writers are artists as well. So you'll have people selling books that they created themselves. It's really people who create art in any capacity for themselves. And it's really a wonderful group of people there, really eclectic group there in Artist Alley. And that's Artist Alley, but then you also have Small Press. And Small Press is very specific to publishers that sell, books or, comic books, graphic novels, all sorts of different types of books and publishing. And that's Small Press. Typically, they're independent. the small indie comic book publishers and small press. That's really what you find there, and you'll also find novelists that are self-publishing. You'll find them there as well. We qualify in both areas. Sometimes we do small press. Sometimes we do artist alley. It really depends on the show, and thankfully we do have that flexibility because we are in fact artists and publishers. Then there's the regular, the vendor section, right? And in the vendor section of the exhibitor hall, you'll find that's really where you'll find the most variety at a comic book convention, or I should say now a pop culture convention, because now it's not just limited to comics. But there you'll find all sorts of different, people selling video games, comic books, posters, videos, all sorts of different things, sculptures. You'll find anything there. And when added together with celebrities, cosplay, this is so much to see at a pop culture convention. It really makes for a wonderful time. And again, in this case, it's a 4-day show. And this year, 2025, we were in Artist Alley. We had an end cap, which for those who don't know, it is a premier section in the convention. It's on the main aisle where everybody's sort of coming down, and it really does give us much better visibility in the Artist Alley section. And, we did gangbusters there. We do very well at the conventions. Again, this being our 4th year in Orlando, very welcome to that warm weather coming from 30-degree weather in New York in February. And it was just a wonderful time. It's funny, we came down there for this particular event, we were at a deficit of Calico trades, the trade paperbacks. See if I have one on hand. I don't have one near me. But we did have the manga, this book here. See if I can get it to focus properly. Oh, this camera's not looking good. There's probably a better view. There's a glare on the book. But this is our manga series here. It's 200 pages. Those did incredibly well. People love manga in Orlando. We have that flexibility. As far as I know, we're the only publisher that has a simultaneous manga and comic book series. And just incredibly well we did there. Let me see if I can pull one of these trades. And here's one of our trades here. Again, this glare is not helping. Let's see if I can help. No, that's not going to help. Well, this is a fairly big 240 page book there. The glare, unfortunately, in this video is not really helping things. But anyway, great show, great time. This show I worked with Casey, and Casey is our rep who you might see on the road at your local convention center. And she, of course, does an excellent job telling people about Here Comes Calico, selling Calico, and both of us worked that show together. This was our first time working the show together. And of course, she had a great time. I had a great time. And we met tons of new people, new Calico fans. And that's always the best part, when we were able to tell new people about the Calico, just to see their faces light up, to learn that there is an anti-hero that goes after people who abuse and kill animals in the world of comics and manga. They absolutely love it, and that's why we do so well at these convention center. So as a recap, we had great weather the whole time we were there. We sold incredibly well. We didn't sell out. We typically do sell out, but we did not sell out here. I think it's because both Casey and I brought the limit that we possibly could. I mean, we really maxed out. We brought a ton of stuff. And of course, we sold most of it. And we came back with light bags. So thanks to everybody in Orlando. If you're listening and you are an Orlando resident and you visited us at Megacon this year, thank you so much. Really, thank you for visiting us at our booth and for helping to support the fight against animal abuse, because it really is a wonderful thing that we're doing, and it feels great, but we're not doing it alone. We're doing it with you as well. So thank you again for your support. And listen, if you are from Orlando and you didn't come down to Megacon, or if you're there and you didn't stop by our booth, definitely pen us in to your calendar for next year, because we will be there again. Megacon Orlando 2026. We will see you there, and we want to see you picking up some Calico books, because that's how we do it, and that's how you're going to do it moving forward. I think you're really going to love it. Moving forward in 2026, Megacon, we're going to have a couple of different Calico trades there. So that's going to be really exciting for you, because no longer are the readers limited to ages 17 and up mature. Book 2 is going to be rated T for teens. So, typically age 13 and up will be fine to read Calico Book 2, Calico Morality Play, which, by the way, will hit Kickstarter on May 1st, May 1st, 2025. So if you're hearing this video and it's before May 1st, or if it's before May 31st, head on over to Kickstarter, type in Calico Morality Play, Calico Morality Play, hit that submit button, okay, or search button, whatever they have there, and either pre-order it or get notified, whichever one, depending on what timing this is. Get notified or pre-order. You're going to love this series, folks. Anyway, that's it for now. Just want to do a quick little recap and tell you about our great experience at Megacon, and thanking you as well for helping us in our fight against animal abuse. So, hey there, keep on fighting for animals.